Hello there. I want to share something about the story of David I love so much and something I want to start doing intentionally this year from what I have learned from the life of David. So, God calls David a man after his own heart. David sought God in everything that he did. After anything, after everything, he was always seeking the face of God. When he has won his victories, when he has murdered someone wrongfully, after everything, he was still seeking God. There were times where we will read in the book of Psalms that David will write, God has forsaken me and God has forgotten about me. And when God helped him, and oh Lord, you never sleep, you never slumber, you are the king. David wrote down everything. He wrote out his emotions. He wrote down what he was thinking, what he was feeling to God. And he was very open. He did not hide because he understood that God knows everything and he had to come to God boldly and not being ashamed of who he is or what he has done. And we are able to read that today because I would say that David was journaling. He wrote down things that he went through, his prayers to God. When God answered those prayers, when he felt depressed, when he felt that God was far away from him, when he felt that, oh, God is now close to him, he wrote everything down. And we are able to read that today because David wrote those things down. So that is what I want to intentionally start doing this year, to start journaling, to journal my prayers, to journal what I'm thinking, to journal my thoughts. One of the first things that when we journal will help us with is that we are able to open up to God. You are able to write down your feelings and your emotions separated from what you are actually thinking. It helps you to process your thoughts and you are able to discover yourself more and then be open to God. What we also know from journaling is that it helps you to track your progress. Okay, so you write down, for example, the prayers that you want God to answer, and you go back to keep track. These prayers were answered, these prayers were not. It helps you to also track back to see in times where you thought that God had forsaken you, and then you read back, you go back through your journal and realize that no, God came through for me, that God is always there for me. My prayers may not be answered the way I want them to, but God has been faithful. And usually when we are in a mess, it's difficult to remember the good things that had happened to us before. So when you journal, you are able to go back and read and remember that God who delivered me from so and so is faithful to keep me and deliver me from what I am going through now. You don't have to share your journals with anyone. It doesn't have to be someone else's Bible that you are reading today, like we read the book of Psalms, but it's good for yourself. There are different derivatives of this that has come up. People ask you to keep a jar of different notes on post-its or different colors, one color for a particular thing. When bad things happen, when good things happen, then you can pick it up and read. When you are feeling bad or when you are in a good place, then you understand that you are not what you are feeling. You are not what you are experiencing. You have failed at something doesn't mean you are a failure. That seasons come and go. It prepares you for the next season ahead. So I will encourage you, if you are not intentionally journaling this year, that you should take it up. It's good to write your to-do lists. It's good to have plans for the week, for the month, for the year, and all of that. But it's also good to keep track of what you are doing every day, because journaling also helps you. There are studies which have shown that journaling helps people to overcome anxiety and depression as well, because you are letting out your emotions and not keeping it in you. You're not just thinking it in your head to make you feel like what you are thinking is what you are. So you are able to write it out and let it out of you. I hope you take it up if you are interested, and don't forget to let go and let God and be God inspired always. Until next time, see you.